Hello everyone, hope you're doing so well, having an amazing week, and welcome to this little video all about the oil paintings I'm working on at the moment. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new, and in this video I'm going to be talking about two things as well: art scams and how to avoid them, a topic that I do often cover, and secondly, any art questions that you have, like oil painting related in particular, please do leave me a comment and I will try to answer them in future videos, because over the years I've had quite a lot of comments, all oil painting related, and of course, even though I do answer them, I thought I would actually make videos about them answering those questions as well, because it might be helpful to other people. Let's start off with the oil paintings I've been working on. I've been doing quite a lot of fantasy work this week. I was talking about plein air painting last week, and I've been obviously still working on some landscapes, but I thought I would sort of dive back into the old storytelling for now, and next week I'm probably going to go back to doing more landscapes, although there is one landscape here, as is in the thumbnail. So I think we're going to start off with a frog. So I haven't been painting frogs for a while, but here is an intellectual frog, and I really like the idea of a frog being a poet and like actually writing tales and poetry. I think I came up with this idea because you always read about frogs and toads in fairy tales, so I thought, wouldn't it be amazing if there was actually a frog writing a fairy tale itself, or writing some sort of poetry all about frog princes and all that type of thing. So here we go, here is our little erudite frog, and I did really enjoy painting the background of this one. I tried to use quite a limited palette, so there would be like some sort of colour harmony here, and this piece will be in my Etsy store. I will leave a link below in the comment section, and I am updating my squeaky chair, apologies. I am updating my shop. I just have been so not busy waiting for things to dry, because there have been some, slow drying things going on. Next up we have a magic mushroom. I do order actually this painting. In fact, I didn't have like a really clear plan when I started painting it. Like, I started painting and I was like, where is this painting going? And I was thinking about a woodland, and I had a little image of just the mushroom itself, and then I just improvised the background of things, and I really enjoyed painting this because it was not really a specific amount of objects in the background. I just kind of went with the flow of the oil paint and tried to see what I could come up with, and I feel like it came into sort of this really dreamy, ethereal type look in this forest background. And of course we do have some two prominent leaves and some sort of greenish foliage stuff, maybe moss, I don't know. Once again, I did use a limited palette for this, and I did actually really enjoy it. I didn't think it was going to work at first, because I thought, hang on, it's going to be a lot of sort of pinky tones in the background, and maybe that would just look strange in terms of a forest scene. But I actually I kind of like that mood. So yeah, do let me know if you like it and what you think. Next up we have a swan, a most elegant swan, really kind of gliding along here. And I actually I hate this chair because every time I'm talking it like groans crazy. I actually took a photo of this pond near me, and I thought I was going to use it in this painting, but actually, funnily enough, the pond has been worked on. So it used to be really overgrown and actually looked better, because in art, when it's all like overgrown full of reeds and things, it looks amazing, but now it's been all trimmed and it looks really immaculate, and I thought, well, actually that's not going to look as good. So I had to sort of search around for pictures of reeds and I finally found some, so then I sort of painted this swan, and I kind of got this idea that this swan is like a forest guide, so if you needed help you could talk to the swan and it would take you through the forest and lead you on its way, or well, it actually might lead you anyway, you never know. Finally we have this cat, which I haven't quite finished. As you can see, it's sort of reaching out to, and it looks like into nothing, and I want to have a flower here in its paw. And this painting was really a painting that I actually made up as I went along, which is not usually what I do, because I usually think of an idea beforehand, at least, some clue. But as I was painting it, I thought, let's add in a basket and let's add in some fruit, let's add in some more flowers. So it isn't actually finished yet, because it sort of ended up being it went in a completely different direction to where I wanted it to go. But I quite like the expression on the cat's face, and also I did something which was, I tested out an oil paint on the cat's face and it didn't quite work out, and so I had to repaint the face. So I don't know if you can see there, but it looks fine now. It's just, it was a little bit of work to sort of repaint it all. I really hope you like these paintings. As I say, they're going to appear on my store probably within a week from now. So just quickly about art scams, we all get them, but I thought I would do an updated version because I did talk about this a while back on my channel, and I just thought it would be quite a relatable, funny story. So of course, probably the number one most annoying art scam that you get on Instagram particularly is the good old NFT. So if you're new to Instagram, or you've you know, you don't really use it regularly, and you do start getting comments in your comment section about NFTs, then, you know, although it can sound really attractive, I would just either delete, or fortunately Instagram is starting to recognise now, so they might say this has been identified as spam, but usually they tend to slip underneath that radar. But you might get a DM of you know, NFTs, and once you start getting one, it's like a prelude to getting about 1 million of them. The funniest thing is quite a few artists have put in their like description on Instagram, like, oh, no NFTs. And I always, it's so funny because I always think, oh wow, their art is so amazing, and then I'll click on a picture and I'll see that someone has tried to write about NFTs in their comments, even though they've said no NFTs, and I just think that is just, it's the biggest joke. I don't know who started this trend, but if you see someone in every single profile photo and they're holding flowers, usually they're an NFT person, so just block them. I'm sorry, anyone out there who likes flowers, but usually for some reason that seems to be like, you know, one of those NFT people. And secondly, if they have loads of images which kind of look like stock photos. The next up, this is quite a recent one I've had, but it seems to be going around everywhere, and that is you have been invited to a gallery, or we absolutely love your art, but it's of course a very generic type of message, so you know it's probably been sent to like 1 million different people. But it's always an art gallery that's happening in a hotel, which always, I mean, I know that there are art galleries that happen in hotels. In fact, this seems to particularly happen in India. I don't know if anyone has ever exhibited in them, but I have heard of people who have before, and they are, some of them are actually genuine, but usually the ones you get in your Instagram inbox will probably be like, we're asking for a hanging fee of, I don't know, $700 or something. It's always, you always have to pay up front. There might be a random phone number on there, and then there'll be like, you know, massive opportunity in a hotel in Finland or something, and it just seems a bit sort of sketchy. And they even say that they might pay for your plane ticket. Now, I actually would really want to know if anyone has done one of those, but I fear for them. I feel like you shouldn't, just don't do it. For them, I feel like any type of genuine, you know, really reputable gallery where you're going to get tons of promotion, where it's going to really help your career, they probably won't send you a generic email on Instagram, and they won't ask you for like hundreds of dollars up front, and they probably won't ask you for your PayPal. The third one is, can I buy your store? So can I buy your website for like 20 grand? Can I buy your Etsy store for 20 grand? It's always, the 20 grand seems to always be like the number that they start with. I don't know, this kind of appealing way, like, I'm a business guy, I'm just looking to, you know, take over a business. But of course, you know, then they will immediately start asking for your PayPal. It's like, it's always going to lead to that. And that's when you, if you do give over your PayPal, of course, you will find yourself hacked or something like that. So just really be careful with any of those things. If it sounds too good to be true, it always is. Finally, although I have loads of these, because there are so many scams out there and they actually are terrible, but it's quite funny to talk about because I think everyone gets these same things. And finally, beware of any kind of promotion or somebody asking you to promote their products that have absolutely nothing to do with your Instagram or your YouTube. Some very weird things. People used to get some really random things, like I remember someone sent me a message saying how they really wanted me to advertise their like shower head or something, and they like specifically had written, you know, to me, or so it seemed. But then sort of I kept thinking, have they actually looked at my Instagram? Like my Instagram is all about art. Like if they were an art company wanting me to test out their art supplies, I could be like, yeah, okay, great. But they literally sent me this really long like itinerary. Like I had to take a video for myself in the shower and like you know practice using the shower head. And I mean, I actually went on their website and it actually looked like quite a nice shower head. So I did actually consider it for a while. So I was like, maybe do I need a new shower head? Should I do this? And then I actually thought to myself, it would be so weird if I just posted that on my Instagram and I like amongst all my art stuff, I just have myself in the shower like testing a shower. I don't know, it made me feel uncomfortable, and I think it would probably make me lose like all my followers. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I have loads more stories to tell, but there's not enough time. I don't think, it's just so late. It would be great if you could send me your questions. If you have any questions about oil painting, just let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I said that before. Have an amazing week, and I will see you soon. Take care, guys.